Welcome back to the final day of the groups here of the StarLadder CIS RMR. We're looking forward to hopping into this one. As always, joining me, it is going to be Hawker. And we're hopping right into the final day. How have you felt about all the Counter-Strikes so far?
I'm feeling good, Dinko. I've enjoyed what we've seen so far. I still think some of these teams are going to be wanting to show more here on the final day because there is a lot on the line for the RMR points. But all in all, I think CIS is showing that there's a lot of talent in the region. We're seeing some of the experienced players come back and show us what they can do. It's been great to watch so far.
Well, they're all battling for the same thing, and that's a spot at the Major towards the end of the year. And we can take a look who is currently in the lead when it comes to standings, and that's going to be Team Spirit. And they don't look like they're going to be stopping anytime soon. They're looking real hot right now in this tournament as well. Na'Vi and Gambit in behind them, and they're doing incredibly well. It's Virtus Pro and Akuma who are a little more at risk, I think. So those 4th and 5th spots are up for grabs for the likes of Entropic and Fours, and maybe even K23 now, or 100PingGods, who have been really doing quite a bit of work over in Group B. The standings are really getting spicy now, Hawker.
Yeah, very spicy indeed. Even Namiga themselves are still in the running to get into a 3rd place spot and battle for some RMR points of their own. Obviously in Group A, it's hard to finish top 2 when you've got Gambit and Na'Vi in there, but 3rd place would still be very nice for them if possible. And here are those group standings. Gambit and Na'Vi, both unbeaten so far. Those two will be playing against each other today, though. And then Fours against Namiga over in Group A will be a very important game to decide who can go through in 3rd. But first, we're focusing on Group B here, Dinko. And you can see with 4 teams right now on 3 points, it is all to play for.
Group B really is the open group. We said about that coming into it yesterday. Virtus Pro just about getting through and getting 3 points that really makes it incredibly close now towards the end as we enter our final day. I don't think we would have expected this to be the case, right? Because Team Spirit are the only team that have been able to win more than one best of 3. It's been an incredible affair coming into Group B so far. You've been doing some number crunching. Alex, is there anything you want to tell the viewers in terms of how we can expect this to shape up?
So focusing on this matchup we've got specifically on our stream, it's going to be Entropic versus VP, is it? Oh no, it's not. Is it K23 100PingGods? Maybe I've got it completely wrong. Either way, I can tell you the important things here. So for K23, they went ahead and got their win against Virtus Pro. So they need to go ahead and see Virtus Pro win their game, and then they can finish in 2nd. Whereas for 100PingGods, it would be the other way round. They beat Entropic, so they're hoping that Entropic get the win, and then if they end on the same amount of wins, they have that head-to-head, and they can finish in 2nd. But either way, whoever wins their game today is guaranteed to be competing for RMR points, either in 2nd or in 3rd place. So basically, you've got to win your game today, and then you might need a little bit of luck to get you through too.
Well, our first game will be K23 versus 100PingGods, and this is a rematch from what we've seen back in the closed qualifier. And that time around, it was the 100PingGods. They got themselves the win and got themselves the spot here at the event quicker than K23 had to do it in the last chance matchup. But it was a very different performing K23, I think it's fair to say. Now that they've come into play in this main event, it has been all about Mo. He has been so good so far. And then over beside him, who's also been doing very well, is Fim, right? This is a player we talk about, could be the X factor. If he's consistent, he can really deliver you a lot. And that really helps supplement a player like Norbert. So I think they've really come into their own individually.
Definitely feels like it. And then for 100PingGods, they have been one of the biggest surprises of the tournament so far. They have had so many players show up to a level we weren't necessarily expecting. We were talking about Smiley especially. He's had a really good tournament for himself. He's shown us that he is a dangerous sniper here in this CIS region. And just as a whole, this team has been so impressive compared to how they were expected to perform. They've showed they can hang individually, and that is really impressive so far from them.
Yeah, it really is. Here's the head-to-head between 100PingGods and K23. We're talking about how they had that qualifier matchup back in June 20th, and it was a 16-12 for 100PingGods and Inch, and we got to see that matchup play out. And then K23 just getting the win over on Overpass as well. Obviously a very comfortable ground for them. But Dust 2 is where it was very one-sided for 100PingGods. Smiley was just absolutely wrecking them And he has done that to a lot of teams. I think everybody's kind of getting the smiley treatment right now over at Dust 2. So I think if you're K23, you don't mind going to Dust 2 because you've got a deep map pool in terms of being able to play the other maps. But I think this series actually matches up quite poorly for them. We've seen the map pool not really work for them in the last matchup. Where do you think we can go with this one, Holka?
Well, I guess I think we can get into the veto straight away to see exactly where we will go. But the interesting thing for me is K23 don't necessarily have the permaban, but they would normally ban this Vertigo, and 100PingGods have got rid of it immediately. So this actually opens the door for K23 to go for a couple of different bans, and they do go ahead and ban that Dust 2 that 100PingGods have been so dangerous on. Now I think this really opens up this veto, because last time round we had that Dust 2 pick coming in from the 100PingGods. They won it 16-5. Now they've got to find something different, and they go for the Ancient Dinko. I was not expecting the Ancient pick here. In the last series, it was left as a decider between these two teams, and while 100PingGods did win it, you never know if your opponents have been putting in a bit of secret practice time on this map. So that is a ballsy pick from 100PingGods, but I like it. I like it that they're going for the ballsy pick.
Yeah, I do like to see that come in, and Ancient, we haven't got to see it too much in the main event, honestly. I don't know if we've actually had it at all, have we? I don't think so. I don't think so on the secondary stream. We haven't really had Ancient in the main event, so excited to see that one come out. K23 going for the Inferno pick. I think they've looked pretty good on it so far, so obviously going for this is a comfortable ground for them to battle on.
Yeah, it's a map they've gone for a lot. You see that high win rate on it. So far in this tournament, they've done really well on it too, actually. They have wins against VP, wins against Spirit on this map.
Ooh.
And in the qualifier, they did beat 100PingGods on it. And it's K23 who go ahead and get rid of the overpass, which they were able to beat this team on last time. But the times they played 100PingGods on overpass, it has always been a really close map. At least in that close qualifier, there was one map where it went to, I think, 3 or 4 overtimes, and then there was one that finished 16-12. And that's the one that K23 were able to win. So they actually want to go ahead and get rid of that. And that leaves us with Nuke and Mirage, I believe, left in there. So for me, the thing that's awkward here is I think 100PingGods are a team who should be more suited to Mirage. I think they're just generally a team that rely on their individuals more. But their results on Mirage have been pretty poor recently. They've never really wanted to play it against the top teams. They've had some bad losses on it as of late. So I actually think they might go into Nuke just because it is a map that K23 haven't been as good on. It's not an easy spot to be in there, though. So I think for 100PingGods, they're probably going to be a little concerned either way. I think they really wanted that overpass as the decider, but they... Oh, okay, that's not how that works. It's going to be Nuke as the decider map. So, yeah, I don't know how Nuke's going to go, honestly. I don't think we've really seen 100PingGods on that Nuke too much, so it's going to be hard to know exactly how they're going to do on it. I think they have got a loss against Spirit in there, but the Ancient is a real interesting one to start us off.
It really is, and, you know, it is interesting for me to see K23 opt out of Overpass after such a long time, but you definitely made sense of it. But hopping into Ancient, you know, no one's really got a deep, fleshed out map pool when it comes to Ancient, right? You don't really know how they're going to be performing on the long term. You can figure out new aspects of your game each and every time you play it, so it's a huge learning experience every time you go into the server. And I think with K23's last performance against 100PingGods, there's something you can take from that. You can look back at the demos and figure out what went wrong. And I think on Ancient, you can actually get away with fixing those problems quite quickly, especially with the elevation of individual performance for K23, because that series was still close, but K23 had definitely not, they weren't playing at the same level they are right now, right? It's a completely different team. So you haven't got Mo playing well, you didn't have Fame playing well, now you've got them playing well. I think this becomes a very difficult battle for 100PingGods, and I once again favor K23. I think if I usually take this series, I would pick K23 over the 100PingGods, but you know, recently 100PingGods have been looking good, but I'm going to go with K23 again.
Yeah, I'd have to stick with K23 being the favored team here. As you said, 100PingGods have impressed us. I think they've got some pretty good wins for themselves so far, but I think K23 should have a bit more class to them. And for me, it's all down to the individuals on the 100PingGods side. Can they show up under this pressure circumstance. They need their individuals to be playing well. K23 may have a few more methods to victory, but 100PingGods, if they play to their best individually, they could just out-aim K23 here today. Let's see if they can do it. We're starting on Ancient, 100PingGods starting on the T side, and already going for that early A control.
Oh, real quick control. Iceman in with the first pick, and Nealon, he's out of play early for the CT. Look at the quick rotation as well here from K23. They really thought it was going to be that B hit straight into the pistol round, but instead they've slowed it down. 100PingGods are going to go back into middle. That'll force K23 to realize, hold on, they're not coming towards P. We've got to make some adjustments to this defense. So they put one player back close towards the A site. It's just Fame over there. He's not quite in the site itself, though. And this aggression from Norbert, this is something we're going to have to expect to see a lot. It can get that information back very quickly for the team, but they've already lost A. They're going to have to play a retake here because Fame is not really fighting. Instead, goes back into Temple. 100PingGods are given the site. Trent's trying to get some opportunities to go his way. No kills, though, for the CT side, and that really does make things very difficult. You need a couple of kills quickly here. Finally, that mid-fight starts to go their way. Norbert on the double kill. Right down into Donut as well. And finally, Winter and Juke Basura getting a couple of kills back for the T side. But it's Norbert doing absolutely everything. A 3K for him, and now just Winter trying to run that clock down. The time is ticking, and Winter has the Temple. He's got the 3K as well. And 100PingGods, they win the pistol round.
Using those angles around the Temple wisely there in the post plant. A lot of different angles, a lot of different positions you have to clear out in towards that Temple area. You can go ahead and just move around. You can make it really hard for the opponents to trade you. This is that first kill up close. Then spots Mo, starts backing on up, and eventually gets the headshot he was looking for. So nicely worked by Winter there to turn that into 2 1v1 fights. 100PingGods off to a good start early, but they are up against the 4-spy. In comes that early top mid smoke, though. And this is one of the issues CTs have on this 4-spy round. You don't have as many nades to fight for that early mid control. You maybe don't have the molly alongside the smoke. So it's very early map control for the Ts. And wow, what is this from Norbert? Okay, a little boost over the top. I'm surprised I've never seen that before, honestly. A little boost over in Cave. I think they have now dismantled the boost, but cool to see that they've got some tricks on the K23 side.
Yeah, definitely been putting work into it. Looking forward to seeing more and more of those gimmicky plays come out here in Ancient. It's always fun when you're at the beginning of a new map. There's so much more to discover than you think. I've seen some ridiculous boosts when the first map came out where you could get up on top of the skyboxes somehow, walk around the map, but I think those have been patched. And now the play into the B-bomb site starts to come in. It's Norbert who has taken that first pick. K23 need the body shots here of Adren as well. He's been spotted in the corner. Soro starting to fight both with him. Goes forward into Adren and his Deagle comes out on top. This is not looking good for 100PingGods. They're losing far too many players. They're going to try and barrel their way through the donut straight into the A bomb site. Luckily, Juke Basura is lightning fast onto that headshot. The bomb plant can start to come in. Winter with his rifle kill on Adren, and that has been recovered right back into an equilibrium again. They're going to throw a deep smoke into CT, and that's going to force K23 and funnel them in towards Temple. So they have to come through the one angle, and that helps matters here for 100PingGods, especially with no kit for K23. They want to win the round. They're going to move extremely quickly. And that bomb timer is ticking very quickly now, so they need these kills, and Norbert just gets them all. Just kept running down with a FAMAS, and he's picked up a 4K.
Oh, they just need those site players to get a kill each, really. They just need their site players to get something going so that they can get the trades to go their way, because as soon as K23 win those fights comfortably towards the site, now you don't have to worry about that position. Now you can start focusing elsewhere, and it makes it so difficult for the Ts to set up those trade frags, and you see that being a real problem there. They lose the first fight, then they lose another one, trying to delay for a little bit, but not able to delay long enough. And 100PingGods unable to close it out in the post plant, despite having pretty good positions. K23 come back at them with a good round win. And now it's up to the Deegs to try and see if they can salvage something on the T side here. But it's a really strong buy for K23. It's going to be hard to overcome this.
Nealon gets out with a double kill. Couldn't quite run away. Sorrel is going to manage one on his deagle, but right through the smoke, you go to your death. Norbert's off to a really good start here on Ancient. If that can continue, it can be quite worrying, because when he gets confident, some of that aggression, if it starts to work out for him as well, it can be a big problem. A big thorn in the side of 100PingGods. Sorrow now left alone, trying to pick up the scraps. He has found one kill in the round so far. Would need a lot more than that. In front of him, a dragon comes around. It's one more shot for Sorrow, but couldn't quite get anywhere near the site. Mo held the angle, and K23 off to a pretty decent start. They put the money down for 100PingGods into an eco scenario, and so it should be another one for the CTs.
Nice work here from K23 early. Keeping it nice and competitive at the start of the game. After losing the pistol, they're going to come back and go ahead and take a good lead. Double molly on towards mid. Some teams like throwing the deep smoke and then the molly that's a bit shallower. But the double molly will definitely deny any mid play early. A bit of nade damage on top of it. 100PingGods seeing if they can scrim out onto this A site. Really could do with getting this early kill onto Fame. Otherwise, the crossfire could just completely crush them. That's exactly what's happened. Not much doing for the Deegs in this one. Duke for Sura, unaware of Norbert nearby. 3-1 lead for K23, and they don't take any casualties in that round.
That is really good for the CT side economy, right? We usually talk about how expensive it can be to be on that CT side, so if you manage to get off to a start like this, you will not be complaining about the economy for a little while. 100PingGods, though, if they lose this round, they will be complaining once again, so very important gun round to try and salvage what there is left, essentially, of their start here on the T side. Let this one slide, you're very likely letting K23 get a very strong lead, and Norbert, that's the aggression I'm talking about. The confidence down to take those fights at the bottom of the B ramp. Iceman's out of play early. And K23, they've got them at advantage. They're going to have to deal with more players up the ramp, though. And Norbert, he spotted them. He's got another one of the FAMAS, and the flash finally comes over the top. Oh, Norbert, he had a smoke in his hand. And Smiley's going to get a double because of that. And now there's a chance once again for 100PingGods. Great utility. Now they're able to plant the bomb for the post plan.
It's tricky getting that bomb down here. The pillar doesn't give you much cover. And you never know how many nades the CTs have remaining. So Smiley's sitting on the site. The bomb's still not coming. Finally, another smoke arrives onto the left side of Square, but Fame is on the other side, seeing if he can spot them. Good shot from Smiley, though. That's what they needed, but they're not ready for a trend. He's been in cave the whole time. First kill good with the MP9. He dips on out, and now Mo could be set up for an easy kill here. Sorrow maybe focused on cave. He watches back, but Mo gets another one, and it's up to Winter on the flank.
Oh, he's come around the backside. Mo has got the pick of the AWP, and he saved the day here for K23. 4 rounds locked in for them. They're not really going to be complaining about the money. They don't really care about the damage that's been done. Just winning that round's important for the CTs. And for 100PingGods, the bomb plant, it does put them in a position where they could get a buy out here. But these are those first couple of kills from Norbert that really make a big difference. And Smiley, you think he's done enough. What more can you really ask from him? He does everything. And it's not even enough to get the round win over the line there. Round 6 now will play out with Hero AK for Smiley. The rest on Deagles and a little bit of Kevlar, some utility there as well. And that is going to be really most of the money being saved up for the next round. There's a chance here, especially when you got Smiley on the AK. We've seen him do wonderful things just in the last round.
Ooh, nade did damage to Duke for Sora, but the D comes through with the kill. Smoke, I don't think has gone exactly where he wanted it to, though. Also lost a player elsewhere. Norbert taking a somewhat risky fight. Winter now trying to lurk out through A, but he's been removed from the round. And after an exciting start to the round, it's quickly turned against the 100PingGods here.
Oh, so utility now in front of the site itself. The Dragon's going to try and peek out in towards cave area. And Norbert's got himself a double. Really good hold again. Smiley just coming out with a kill on his deagle, but everything else goes in favor of K23. A sunny day here on Ancient, especially for K23. But for 100PingGods, they're going to feel like it's raining down on them. Luckily, they've got a buy for themselves out. It'll be AK-47's utility out around it. This is the buy they were saving for. They wanted a little bit more to play with, and I respect the decision. Let's see if they can get something out of it, though. K23 are off to a really good start, in particular Norbert, 14-2. And the last time these guys played it, I think Norbert actually had a bit of a quieter time over towards B. I think some of that aggression wasn't getting as much as he would have liked out of it. Look at that nade damage.
Yeah, that's a really nice way to start the round, and that's the risk you run when you go for the early mid control. Smiley has snuck in towards Donut, or at least up close on this side. That could allow a fast split onto this A bomb site. I think K23 are a bit scared right now of that map control they've lost. They're going to try and take some back. Norbert going aggressive and not fully committing to the fight. He spotted one man out, decides to play it safe, but Smiley is still sneaking his way through all the way into Donut. And that could cause some issues here on this A site hold. You can see Mo having to have eyes on that position right now.
Looks like the A play is just getting ready to go. If you are the defender here, fam, you've got to be able to get something out of it. Mo's over towards Temple. You've got him to help you out, but he's now gone without a fight. And you've got to get a kill here from CT, and Adren's done that. You have to remember about this flank through middle, though. A jerk for Sura gets the double kill. Fame has only managed one. And 100PingGods, they may have limited time, but now they've got the site. They've locked Norbert out. And even though Norbert is having a lights-out performance here on him, and I don't think this is going to be quite enough for him. He's got to get these quick headshots and get back into the side. They've got such a strong crossfire on the side. It will be really incredible if Norbert can pull this off. He starts to get back in, creeping closer and closer. Has to find one of these T's very quickly to try and break out that crossfire. And he's actually got the perfect timing on the Duke Fasura. Gets onto the bomb as well. He's just going to stick it. He's going to stick it, and Smiley's got to peek him. Smiley's got to peek right into him, just about. He'll get it on the final second of that defuse. Norbert nearly steals it away. But in the end, it is 100PingGods who do get the round win.
Nice try from Norbert, but there are so many spots you have to clear out in this post plant. And I think this is the exact way you want to run this A split as the T side on Ancient. It's so hard to push out through A long and win those fights. So those players push out almost just as a fake to draw the attention away. Both of those players on A long do get dealt with, but it sets up the kills for the players coming in from Donut. And more importantly, it sets up that flank from Duke Fasura, who really makes the most of his position, getting some important kills. That's the way you want to take A if you can get that early control. Well done by 100PingGods to make that happen. Now they want to go back to B in this round, but the flash in for Norbert nearly gets him a chance for a fair fight. They're going to try and run at him, and quick trade comes through onto the side.
Winter doing good work fighting back, and Adren now charging him down with the MP9. He's done a lot of work, and a third kill from him. Adren makes the MP9 sing, and the money in the round is all that he gets there. Beautiful stuff. 100PingGods, that is not exactly the best case scenario for them when you lose out to the MP9 like that. It's getting mowed down, and that's their opportunities to get going on this T side again, just faltering beneath them. They don't have that much money to go with, so they try to go for this B execute. It can often be all reliable to get your round wins, to get your bomb plants, but look at this stopping power of K23.
Yeah, they were relying on the pace there. They weren't using smokes. They wanted the flashes and the mollies to clear out the positions for them. And unfortunately, if those flashes aren't excellent, then even with MP9s on the opposing side, they're going to have a really good chance in those close quarters fights. Oh, that is a kill that comes through from Smiley. Wide swinging against the AWP of Mo. Not a fight you're normally going to expect to win, but one Smiley will happily take. Here comes Adren to try and make sure that AWP can't be recovered, but Sorrow gets another shot through, and now this round has really opened up.
Oh, Norbert. He's got a double kill. Fame is going to try and push in the mid, and that's the bomb. Oh, Sorrow. Really nice headshot flicking out to Donut, but unfortunately, the bane of their existence, Norbert is still alive, and he's got a 3K. Shuts down Sorrow very quickly and puts Juk Fasura into the 1 versus 2. Bomb is down in mid, so he has to come back for that. Up on the ledge. Cheetah. Oh, Juk Fasura looks away. He did pick up a better weapon, but Nealon just catches the timing. Will take that upgrade for himself. And now 7-2 for K23. We do get the buyout again here for the T side, but these are those nice shots. And this is what this 100PingGods side have. It's just unbelievable first bullet accuracy in some of those pistols.
Yeah, the fact that they even opened up that round so much is really impressive with some of those early shots. Mo was unable to react on mid. You see Smiley's shot was just crazy from his POV. I'm glad we got to see that. And a couple of those shots, honestly, they weren't 100% ready for the angle. They had to kind of flick over and have a fast reaction, which is not easy to do, but they managed to do it to make the round close. We still need to see some rounds for 100PingGods, though. It's all well and good showing us some of that skill. We've got to put that into a position where they can turn it into a round win. Later round mid take from the T's, not using any nades either, so they're not going to give away that they're so far up mid. You can see if Dren was jiggle peeking with a smoke in his hands. This is a really good chance here for the T's. They've got that mid control, and K23 aren't aware of it. That's a lot of the map to work with. They can do a lot with Sorrow and Winter here in the front line.
And Sorrow gets forward, gets a Dren as well. And now Mo starts to be pressured. He's got to worry about so many different angles at this point. He'll continue his focus into the top mid play. There's 45 seconds left, and the rifle of Nealon is going to go and fill that spot in. 100PingGods are going to be sending the bomb up the B ramp. They're going to be challenging Norbert again. This is a man I would not want to challenge too often, though. Well, they feel like this is going to be the best play for them to try and split into the B site. Look at the rotation over here from K23. Mo's looking into the cave. Norbert in close corner, but really good flashes. He gets rid of both of the defenders, and now Mo finally gets involved. Fame has to step up as well, and they're just overrun. There's too many players attacking the B bomb site, and not enough done due to the flashbang utility of 100PingGods. And that just shows you don't have to have the most fleshed out execute. If you just split from 2 parts of the map and have a good flashbang, that can sometimes just be enough to win you the round.
And it was really difficult for K23 in this one because it was always going to be hard for them to fight for that early B control. Maybe you want a man in cave, or you want a man peeking down in towards that B area to see if he can spot any players. But once you realize that you're also getting flanked, K23 basically had to have a couple of players push back in towards CT to reclaim that map control. So they didn't have any real option for some mid-round aggression over towards that B bomb site because they had to send their players back to clear out the potential flank through mid. And that meant they were basically just resigned to holding against this execute. One good smoke, but as you said, the flashes were really what make the difference here. Mo gets teamed up on at the end. It looks like that's the way 100PingGods mainly want to play here, relying on some really good flashes and some quick pace on their plays. And if they can win this round, then they could definitely start to come back into this one. K23 starting to run out of money. Big round here for both teams. If K23 lose it, 100PingGods can come right back into Ancient.
Best case scenario for 100PingGods. And it's getting back into things here. I think they've definitely shown a lot of promise at the beginning in these first couple of rounds. You know, some of their individuals really stepping up, putting them in winnable situations. It's just these 1v1s have been going in favor of K23 for so long. Rotation over to the A bomb site from K23 has come at the right time. Here comes the play from 100PingGods. Utility starting to go in. Flashbangs are once again very solid. Utility dumped down. It's a smoke out to the right side of Fame to try and assist him and give him more cover. And Mo is able to find a kill out of it as well. So we're down to a 4v3. And K23 have taken the sting out of this attack and right through the smoke. It's a stingy shot from Mo. It's down to Smiley and Juk Fasura. And Mo is not missing another one for the Kazakhstani Alper. It's all onto Smiley. And he is far back in A main. Utility trying to try and force him out of play. He's going to try and cross on over. Right behind him. He gets the right read of the flank, but Nealon on the headshot. You can't talk about Mo enough. What a player he has been in this tournament.
A really nice round from him there too. That shot through the smoke especially. Not one I was expecting to see from him. Oh, I think he's trying to pre-fire that further position, but he gets the man up close. And it ends up being a lovely little 3K there from Mo. Really nice read from K23 as well. Having those players stacked onto that A site. They seemed ahead of the game in that one. I'm not even sure what they picked up on, really. Maybe it was just a gut feeling that 100PingGods would try and have a play run back towards A after going for a fair few B plays in the recent rounds. Now the Ts are looking straight back towards that B site. K23 not giving them any early engagements, but they're rotating another man over.
Oh, Norbert hasn't really got as much out of that as he would have liked. It is still one kill, so that puts his team in a winnable situation. That smoke into cave is not very good at all. There's a gap to play with that for Nealon. Adren's trying to hold him off with only an MP9, and he'll get out of play. Good kill from Mo. The G coming in, soars through the sky for its kill. And now that man advantage is safely with K23, and it just keeps getting followed up upon as well. Nealon did use the gap on the smoke, the patience paying off, and now Juk Fasura along Smiley trying to make the round work. Juk Fasura realizes proactiveness is needed. He gets one, but that's not going to be enough. It's all to Smiley again, often the hero of the team, but his position not good enough for the clutch. And he gets traded out almost immediately by Fame. So K23, another good retake of this B-bomb site. A 9th round added to the tally for them. And they're marching their way to a convincing lead at the half.
So hard to play those post plants on the B site right now from the T side, especially if you lose the initial trades, especially if you go down into a 3v4 like in that round. Because if you have the advantage, I think at least you're somewhat likely to have gained a bit of comfort, maybe even gained a bit of map control deep into B. But if you don't, there's just not many good options to play that bomb from, right? You kind of have to have players stuck on the site, playing uncomfortable angles, uncomfortable positions. Unfortunately for 100PingGods, even though they can force the bomb plant, they can't turn it into a round win. That might be turned into a round win, though. A quick entry from Juk Fasura. K23 scrambling to get back into position. It's the AWP of Mo that's trying to deliver some impact here. It really needs to. Flash over the top, though. Brilliant timing on it. Iceman with another one. And eventually Adren trades it back, but the B site has probably been lost unless Nealon has something to say. Oh, no, he doesn't. Nice shot from Sorrow. Oh, and they can go back A. What a call.
Yeah, really nice stuff here from 100PingGods. They're going to call themselves over towards the A bomb site, get that bomb planted. Although K23 still have 2 players alive, the retake is not looking all that possible. And the money's not that good either, so best to just try and save their weapons. And they've lost the most expensive one. That's Fame down and out. Dren's going to try and pick up the AWP, but look who's close by inside of the temple smoke. Winter tries to get out behind, and he will. He'll not allow that open in the next one. 100PingGods give it a 4th, and now we get into the next round. It's going to be a K23 looking to invest everything they possibly can into this one. It's not the best buy, but they've invested straight away into that AWP, so I'm wondering what we're going to get out of it.
It's just a situation where that first kill makes such a difference onto Norbert. And Norbert's been having a great game so far, so huge props to Juk Fasura for winning that fight, because the way K23 was set up, they were set up with a weak B site that time. So they really needed not to lose that player so soon. Otherwise, they were always going to be on the back foot. That's exactly what ended up happening in that prior round. And as you pointed out, full spy for K23, but a real chance here for 100PingGods to come away with even 6 rounds at the half. If they win this one, that's the most likely outcome. 2 out of the first 3 rounds won by the T's here came down to 1vx scenarios. So it's nice to see them outposition their opponents in that one. Win a more comfortable round. Awkward spray from Adren, eventually converted. In comes the counter-aggression because they're losing map control on the CT side, but they're gaining frags. Fame gets an AK into his hands, and this is such an awkward fight for Sorrow to take.
Nealon's going to get the barrel advantage around the corner. Sorrow spotted first, and that allows Nealon to get that first shot off. Mo as well, crushing Iceman. And it's all on to Smiley. He's got one. And now looking for the plant over to the A-bomb side. It's open. It allows him for the plant here. There's only one kid alive here for the CTs on the back of Mo. Also only one HE. They're both going to be coming in from CT spawn. Mo's going to throw some utility down. Smiley's crossing in behind the default boxes. They're both coming through Temple, and Smiley's going to hear that, but can he get both? He hits the shot and the cross, gets back for a second, and now the Glock out up against Mo, and Mo pulls his USP. The headshot for the CTs, and the round win delivered. It all comes down to just skirmishes at the beginning of the round, and a little bit of luck for K23 as well, because Adren should not have gotten away with that first kill.
Oh, such a shame for Smiley. I think he thought that the last player was low on health because he knew he hit that first shot, but he didn't realize that he then finished that player off with the second shot on towards Nealon, and then he assumed Mo may be low, pulls out the Glock. Unfortunately, Mo was the man on high health. Huge credit to Nealon, though, there. I love the way he just goes jumping in while he's low on health. He realizes that's the best way to go ahead and give his team a chance, and now Norbert tries to go aggressive, but you normally need a flash on that play, and you can see why. He's been picked off early.
A bad start here for 100PingGods. Could have been better. Could have been a second kill there for Smiley, but luckily they don't lose the kill up until this point, nearly dropping down to Fasora, but he stays alive on 29 HP. Elsewhere, his teammate has fallen, but his kill has ensured the man advantage remains here for 100PingGods, and once again they get their way into the A site. It's been quite the site for the taking, honestly, in these last few rounds for 100PingGods. They've been able to get that bomb down consistently. Now it's K23 looking to come back in with a man deficit. They're aware of the boost position here. Mo is so ready for that, but took Fasura. The swing out at the right time. The scope of Mo had looked down, but the kills from Nealon are starting to come in. The machine for the retake has begun to chug forward, but Iceman in towards the donut has a crossfire with his teammate out in towards Temple, and the headshot from Sorrow is enough to secure a 5th at the half here for 100PingGods. I think if they didn't get 5, this would have been a real heartbreaker because they had a decent first half. I think they should have won a lot more rounds. I think there's 1v1s you brought up at the very beginning, or there's 1vx's at the very beginning of this showing. I think they probably should have come out on top of a few of those, and then even down to a round prior they had the 1v1. It's just unlucky for 100PingGods they haven't walked away with more than 5. I mean, you have to say the start from K23 has been so strong, in particular by Norbert. You're just seeing a highlight reel of Norbert right now.
He was really taken over at the start of this map. Started to slow down a bit, but really no fault of his own. He just had such a strong start that it was hard to keep up with it. 100PingGods found most of their success in those mid-round plays going over towards the A-bomb site. That's got them at least 5 rounds on the board, but now they've got to lock it down on their CT side here on their map pick. Let's see if they can do it. They've got 2 players focused on A, but K23 have already made their way up through mid. They've got a smoke ready for the site. They're going to try and see if they can run this one into the A-bomb site.
Oh, Duke Fasora is going to try and land a couple of these crossing shots. Winter and Sora have come in with him. A nice shot out from Duke Fasora. And now it's Fame and Adren that are left in this 2 versus 4. Some smoke utility going down in towards the front of A main. And Adren is going to be caught. Great headshot from Duke Fasora. Now Fame left trying to chip away at him. P250. He's got 1 kill, but not more than that. Duke Fasora with a blistering pistol start. And a 6th round for 100PingGods collected.
Solid hold from the CTs. I think for K23, the spacing seemed somewhat off, though. When you see Norbert jumping in first, he's the man who's basically just trying to draw the fire, draw the focus, right? He's jumping in to make himself hard to be hit with the headshot, and his teammates need to be a bit closer there to be able to set up those trade kills, because they took a while to actually push out in towards the site itself. Here comes the fast play, though. This time, K23 really want to go for it in towards this B bomb site. They decide to call it off, though, after a 1-for-1 trade early. They're going to go ahead and slow it down here. And they took a lot of damage there. So even though it's a 1-for-1, it's still not a great position for the T side. Oh, and the CTs are going to push. That's good info.
Yeah, a lot of control as well. They can really delay K23 as they start to turn their attentions back over towards B. They can have one prong to the approach from K23 still over at A. That's Adren just kind of figuring out what's going on. Still just under a minute left here for the K23 side. And this aggression into middle is going to be very good for 100PingGods. Although it does leave somewhat of an opening now for the B attack if they go up the ramp. And it looks like they're about to go for that. Adren's coming over through water. Has to be careful he doesn't make the noise that. Obviously, with the current bugs in the game, you never really know if that can be heard out. 35 seconds, 100PingGods starting to sniff out this B play. They're going to be coming back over, but is it the right timing? Oh, Smiley might be able to find something here. It's Norman's been picked off first. The second in from Smiley as well. Oh, Smiley gets 3 in the FAMAS, and they've shut down everything on the B walk-up. It was looking good for K23 there for the B site opening, but just as they get onto the ramp, it gets shut down by Smiley. And now Adren has to look for the final few players, and luckily dies before the time, but Juke Fasura right to the headshot, and 7 rounds now for 100PingGods.
This is back to the pistol round. Duke Fasura landing a couple of nice shots. It was his teammate Smiley that came through the FAMAS in that recent one, though. Really good lineup, and those fights aren't always easy to take when, yes, you only have the one angle to deal with, but you have so many players up against you that you need a fast time to kill on pretty much all of those frags. Otherwise, you're probably going to be taken down. Look over the top of K23, straight back to B, and this time they found the early frag and access to the bomb site.
Molotov's going to keep Fim at bay, and that's a big swing out from Soro. Headshot on the Fim is giving the man advantage back to the CT side, and Duke Fasura has been able to get one more, but Mo, P250 impales Winter in the air, and now we're down to a 2v2, but look at that positioning from Smiley. There was no idea there for Mo. And now Norbert has it all to do. He's not going to be able to get a kill that. He tried to take the fight to turn it into the 1v1. He could have dropped back into cave there if he got the kill quickly. Couldn't quite do it though, and that is going to give 100PingGods a much-needed round win. They're all the way back in the series now. After a convincing start from K23, it's kind of slowed down for them, and 100PingGods are bringing the fight.
Pretty important for K23 to get that bomb plant too, because they invested quite heavily into getting all those nades and some good weapons to make that round competitive. But all in all, I think K23 will be really happy with that round, because getting the bomb plant and doing a good bit of damage to the CT economy puts them in a position now where this gun round has a lot on the line. Not much money left in the bank of the 100PingGods players. They had to reinvest heavily into this round. So if K23 could win this one, they put themselves in great shape to go ahead and control the economy, and that could be the difference maker here on Ancient. Very important round here for 100PingGods on their map pick. Smiley AWPing in towards Cave. Quite a strong angle for the sniper, but T's are surely going to be aware that this is a position they have to be careful of. Norbert's actually found an entry into the B-bomb site. Duke Fasura has got to be aware of the possibility of a push here on the edge of that smoke. He's got a bit of assistance, but K23 slow it down with that man advantage.
Oh. Quick headshot over the top of the stairway, and that man advantage is gone. Just like that, Sora with a snappy headshot is quickly back into the B-bomb side as well. A smoke is going to get rid of him, but he's going to throw an HE in. He's got to remember about Jukfasora's position, and Dread didn't forget. He jumps around the corner, but the bomb has been dropped. It's loose and in the open, but that smoke will keep the vision of Winter severed off. Ball plant starts to come through. He tries to get the lineup. He's doing damage here, Winter. The issue is he's down to a FAMAS now, and they know where he is. He's going to get one kill, though, very quickly. Winter's doing a fantastic job at bringing these fights in his favor, and now it's down to the 1v1. Norbert's in towards Cave, though, and Winter has no idea. He thinks Norbert's wrapping him. Norbert has a very good position to play this, but the bomb's not quite planted for him. He's got to come into the open. It comes down to the timing. Winter, can he land the shot? He can! What is that clutch from Winter? Every single player taken down, and Winter plays it to absolute perfection.
K23 are all still towards the site, or the majority of them are, so they can't get into safe post-plant positions. They can't get away safely. They decide they're just going to stand and hold for the fights. They're going to try and just work together on the site itself, but they're unable to set up the trade kills in the way they would have wanted. Norbert just sitting back, hoping he can play the clock, can play the bomb, but his teammates weren't doing the same. So he has to try and win the 1v1, and, well, the timing wasn't great for him as he rounded the corner. Even though they weren't ready for his position, he's still able to land the reaction shot. Crazy clutch for 100PingGods, and, well, K23 will be straight back to a bye, but I think they'll be a bit disappointed with that previous round loss. They would love to just bounce straight back and win this one.
Yeah, that'll be difficult to swallow for K23. They're going to start their walk into middle. Good mid control taken already. That top mid smoke can be so powerful. 100PingGods don't seem to really care about mid right now, though. They're going to happily just have the players set back passively in position. There's one in towards Temple, one further back at default on A. In the form of Sorrow. Really passive setup right now from 100PingGods. They're giving them that mid control. They know what they've lost. They know what they have to be aware of. And it comes down to the holds and the sights now. And Smiley gonna get smoked off. Really cool smoke in towards Temple. It's gonna keep them at bay. And Smiley's gonna have to change up his position. But through the smoke, he gets one and away with a second. Smiley is ripping them apart at the beginning of this round. And if you're K23, your attack now is just somewhat halted down to a whimper. You're down 2 players, you haven't taken any control, and there's only 20 seconds left. That bomb starting to go back over towards B. Smiley's got another one. It has to be the B hold now from Jukfasora. There's in the corner at Cubby. You've got Iceman over there as well. So this could definitely get quite difficult for K23 to break this down. 7 seconds left. Norbert going for the fight, and even he goes down. Unbelievable hold from Smiley over towards the A site. Completely threw a spanner into the works for K23.
You just see the power of rotating into that Temple position. I think that's a really common way AWPers are going to go about pathing on this map. You start towards mid, and then if you lose the mid control or you think there's a chance of the A split coming, you just rotate into the Temple, and if there's no nades used against you, it's just such a strong position. There's so many angles you can work with back there with the AWP. Smiley landing some nice shots to make it happen. Back to the B play for K23, but Iceman cuts them down. No way into the B bomb site. The AK completely denies them. And this round looks like it's already over. Just 10 seconds in. They may be out of there. Nice kill from Mo. Could help bring it back, but they've lost the bomb. There's so much that K23 would have to do to win this.
These holds have just turned into an unstoppable force for 100PingGods. K23 have not found any answers on this T side yet. It doesn't inspire me that they're just down on a Tech 9 and a M4A1S into this with just one HE grenade. They can't even limit the positions. They can't force any of these fights to be favorable for themselves. They're just going to have to walk into the Lion's Den and hope somehow they come out on top. And even a trend now burning in the caves as well. He's forced out of position. Information passed on, and now Jukfasora peeks down into ramp. Mo is taken out, and a trend scrambling back to the bottom of the B ramp, and even he gets peeked. Iceman with his 4K. And these holds are becoming just unstoppable. You cannot get past the defense that 100PingGods are putting up right now. They're up to 11. They're into the lead.
It looks like K23 in practice are used to these B rushes just being much more effective than they actually have been in this game so far. Look at Iceman, by the way, playing anti-flash there initially. You can see that Fame even gets a flash assist on his teammate's death because they're throwing flashes to the right side. But they're just aware of those flashes coming through. They're able to dodge them early and then have a peek of their own in with the AK. Yeah, it seems like K23 were expecting these B rushes to be much more successful for them than they have been so far. Now they've got the AKs back in their hands. They're going to have to come up with something different. Do we see some aggression from the CTs out over on A? They haven't spotted anyone here yet. Finally, Winter is starting to move up, but K23 are also starting to close the distance towards B. Thiele's walking up this B ramp right now. But the aggression's come in. I think 100PingGods are ready for this play.
And Jukvasura's going to try and move forward into the fight. Winter has been able to get one in the arc. Jukvasura's coming with a follow-up headshot, a double kill in again. The CT side hold is just unstoppable. It's immovable. And K23, they're just getting chunked down. Finally, Norbert's going to get something back, but he's so low himself. He's taking significant damage. And they've got one flashbang to play with as they try and enter B again. And you're trying to come into this B site. You even got that peek out of the cubby. Iceman just decides to go for a walkout. And Mo's taken out of play. All to Norbert. And even though he's been having a fantastic game, no chance in this one. Iceman continuing his good run. 12-10 for 100PingGods. You're now away. 4 away from taking Ancient. It is their map pick after all. Make it a little bit worrying for them, but I think now they've kind of silenced all doubts. Look at that. Oh my god. Jukvasura running out of the smoke blind. Neither of the players seeing each other, and then eventually gets his kill. So 12-10 up now, 100PingGods. They've only got an AK on the other side of things to deal with. It's going to be K23 with that hero AK in the hands of Norbert. If there is a player you want to give it to, it would be him. The rest are on the Eagles.
From that previous round, I just think having Winter push through A makes such a massive difference there for the CTs on the whole. Having that early bit of information means the B players can start to say, okay, it's likely going to be a B play here. Let's talk about exactly how we want to hold. Do we want to go ahead and fight aggressively? And they decide, yes, they do. They push through, they take the fights. Now it's Iceman's turn to try and take the fights, but this time the pistols onto the B site have been much more effective. They found the early 2 kills, but they've still got to set up this post plant, which has been a problem for them in the past. They're going to swing together, try and see if they can take some map control, maybe even recover that AK, but Sorrow comes around with 2 headshots, and just like that, 100PingGods turn it back into their favor. Another frag goes their way, and it's all on Adren.
Adren in a 1 versus 2 with a deagle. Finally, relentless aggression has allowed them onto the side, but Defuse being stuck around the corner, and Adren, he's stopped from even getting around to even challenge and take the fight. So 13 rounds now for 100PingGods. Even when they lose the initial man advantage, when they lose the bomb site, the retakes are strong enough up against those weaker weapons of the Deagles. It was just that quick take of K23, a little more passive from 100PingGods. And K23 at least to get the bomb plant, so that does give them money coming into this one. They'll have an AWP in the hands of Mo, AK-47's out. It's a double up setup though for 100PingGods with Smiley and Winter picking him up. And Winter's going on a little bit of an aggressive play this time. At least he looked like he was going to, but once getting that info that there's a Molotov coming his way to try and prevent some of that aggression, he's going to come back. And Mo is the player that gets a good start in the end. So that's over towards B. A man advantage for K23, and Norbert might just get the follow-up, but Jukvasura, even while walking, just gets the kill with the AWP.
Norbert looked so ready for the fight, but unable to land the early headshot in the round. That could have been such a nice advantage for K23, but they've still got a chance here to get the man advantage back if this peak comes into Mo. Winter's won that fight with the AWP over on A, though. Not enough pressure being put onto this A site. Meanwhile, While over on B, oh, Iceman's a low. They actually have managed to draw that rotation. The one man alone on the site already dealt with. That's going to give K23 an easy chance at a bomb plant.
Nealon's going to be running forward. Really good shot there from K23. Adren has been able to trade out 1-for-1, but it is still a 2v2. Bomb plant starting to come in for Adren. He starts to lock it in on that pillar. The bomb down as Soro starts to walk away. He's going to try and change his angle up. Waiting for some reaggression from Nealon. Winter gets his opportunity, but is unable to land a shot. Very difficult shot, to be fair to him. At this point, might just look like K23 are going to be back on the board with the win. Winter concedes, he runs away. It's been a long time coming, and it's all been our B-bomb site. But K23 finally get a win with the gun rounds.
It's their first T round on the board. It's taken so long for them. They were 10-5 up at the half. Now they're 13-11 down, but at least they've won their first T-side round. And the other upside is 100PingGods have some money, but it's not like they are as flush for cash as you might expect, considering how many rounds in a row they've won up until this point. K23 there, just doing enough on that A site to draw a fake, to draw a rotation. All the pressure was put on Iceman, solo anchoring B, and as soon as he goes down, chances at the round become really low for the CT side. Early nades towards mid for 100PingGods, who still have a bye ahead of this round. K23 are all grouped up outside A early in this round. We haven't really seen too many straight up A plays from the K23 side so far. This could be a round where they go for it. They've put one smoke into the site, but they themselves have been smoked off, so I think they'll slow it down slightly. And look at 100PingGods, they fully push through B. They know it's not a B play right now.
And it's this aggression that gets you so much information, allows you to really set up and get ready for what is going to be the correct call for K23. They look to try and go towards this A side of the map. 100PingGods have actually dropped a couple of players out of A now, and are going to be going back over towards this B bomb site. They've left Iceman aggressive. Adren is just around the corner. She jumps to Adren here. And Iceman's going to start fighting him. That rotation now being committed back over towards B. Some utility being used up for the CTs, but it's the A execute starting to come in now for K23. They're popping the utility in. The aggression back into middle from Ledge has not worked out for K23. And now you look to Smiley in the temple again. He's been able to deliver so many impactful moments. They're going to be praying he can do it again here. He's unable to get the first. Winter having to do that, but Fim and Nealon getting most of the kills, and now Smiley peeking out. He's got difficult fights to take, and he's now aware of the donut play. He was watching for it, but Fim just kept running, and through the smoke he'll run and gets his kill. K23 now have the A site, and Iceman trying to break back into the round. He's found a headshot onto Adren, but plenty more will be needed for him. Nealon and Fim are low on health, but Iceman is barely walking, 6 HP. I think he's even starting to realize the likelihood of this is starting to look pretty slim, but that's a gift. That's an easy headshot. Nealon was looking the wrong way, and now Iceman's going to try and use those final pieces of utility. That bomb timer is really taking away. Iceman's got to get onto the kill, and he's not going to be able to find it. He realizes the round is a done deal and runs away into CT spawn, tries to get away alive. At least he'll be able to just about get away. Survives on 4 HP. And K23, they're back in things. This game's completely open towards the end now, 13-12.
Yeah, I thought K23 had maybe made a mistake there because they went for the A execute initially, then they got that kill on mid, spotting out that B aggression, and it made them just hesitate for a few seconds. They weren't sure whether they wanted to commit into the A site, but they realized the time was so low, we've just got to rely on our execute. We've got to rely on our ability to trade out onto A, and they did a really good job at getting all those important kills they needed. That Orpus Smiley at the end there had a chance, but he was the only man remaining. If he had some rifle support, it would have been so much easier. So credit to K23 for those early kills. And now 100PingGods take a lower buy and take a risky start to the round, stacking so heavily in mid, but Fame's ready for them. He's going to be baited in. But he mows them down. Fame with a 4K. Most of those players only had USPs, but it's still a lovely looking highlight play. And Smiley, okay, gets one kill, but shouldn't be a way into the round. Nice shot, but the bomb about to be planted. Smiley at this point may just want to see if he can save the ult.
Yeah, they know they have a hot commodity over on the other side there, K23, but they don't really have the resources available to try and get rid of him. Although there is a player towards B, and Smiley needs to be careful he doesn't get caught on the backside there by a Dren. Smiley might just be under pressure. So many players encroaching on his position, and Norbert in the end is the player that finds the headshot. Smiley down, nothing really to play with, saved over, but Smiley did have money in the bank even at the beginning of this round, so at least we'll be able to purchase up that orb again. Would have been nice though if he was able to drop another rifle, because he would have been able to get some more utility out for the team. Doesn't really matter though, they get the buyout. And yeah, Fim, just nice highlight up against pistols. It's always nice to see the 4K, but here we go into the important round.
And Norbert's going to run right up mid. Nade damage done early. He's got to be ready for this left side, and he is. Winter getting caught off guard early. Didn't have his ability to be helped by the mid player who was stuck behind the smoke. So a man advantage early for K23. Now they can just slow it down. Happy with the 5v4. Oh, this A site is stacked right now.
Yeah, so many CTs are over on this side, but Soro is about to walk into A mid. If he gets a kill here, this could be real nasty for K23. He doesn't get a fry, but he does do damage, and now they're going to pull them into the orb. Oh, really well done here from the CTs. They've got that bomb as well. There's a molly onto it. Hasn't got as deep as they probably would have liked that. The round is going to be difficult to recover here for K23 regardless. They're going to get that bomb back. They're going to start running away. Trying to come out of position because they have a Dren over towards Cave who's going to try and make some space into the B bomb site. It's completely empty. If he can get close to the CT spawn, he might be able to do something about this. He might be able to give his team more time to take control of the B bomb site. He doesn't feel so comfortable walking out into B though. And that is going to give time for 100PingGods to get back over to this B bomb site in time. And they're just ready outside of the big square. They're going to start walking their way forward. Dren is holding, but his teammates are going down. Dren didn't take enough control into the site. And now he's going to try and make up for that. He gets one, but Druk Fasura on the double kill. I think if you're a Dren now, you've got to just take some map control. I don't think sitting back in cave is going to be the winning play. I think you've just got to try and get control and get some info and try and cut off those rotations.
K23 just had to be concerned about so many positions there. You even see they actually flashed over the doors when they were going back towards B because they didn't know if players could be pushed up. They didn't know if players could be in cubby. It was always going to be a hard round there to play for a Dren. He was scared, I think, if he walked out into the site that he might just give away his life and then the round becomes too difficult, but gives time for the CTs to rotate back towards the bomb site. Now K23 have to fight from the one-round deficit. 100PingGods up to a 14-13 lead. Money is at a breaking point for both teams here. It would be worse for the CTs, more likely, but whoever loses isn't going to be in great shape. Looking like this B site might be the target for K23. They're starting to focus their attention on this B ramp position. Starting to slowly sneak up.
Oh, Iceman. Amazing work. It's a great kill to get the opener, but Mo is so quick to reply with that wall-buying headshot, and Fame's mid-control once again has made a big difference here for K23. An incredibly important round, and now they're going in towards the safe bomb site. There's only one player over here to try and defend. It's going to be Winter. Norbert's going to try and catch off some of these rotating players. And Iceman's made noise crossing back over, so Norbert thinks he's got the timing. He might actually get more than just one here. They're coming back into it with the Blakers into B. Iceman gets spotted. Norbert was always aware of that position. He just tried to get more out of it if possible. And now he calls for the reinforcement. It's Mo that gets that lethal blow, and Winter has to run away. This one is K23's, And we're up 14-14 as we're once again tied on the server. This game is going to be really good. I can, this is map 1, Hawker. We're already getting right down to the final nail. You never really know where it's going to go. When you think K23 are down and out, they always find a way back in it.
Nice shots from Mo in this round, but really nice play from Norbert, sneaking through that smoke. Didn't quite get the kill onto the rotating player, but ran back into the B site. Got a crazy quick headshot onto Iceman, who was trying to hold. And from that point onwards, K23 were in prime position to take the round and to tie us up. It's that first shot from Mo, and he's pushed all the way around. And I think this is what you need to start doing on the T side. If you get those early kills on B, take that control, take those good positions deep into the site, because we know the post plant can be difficult to play from the site itself. We've seen that a few times already. Now for 100PingGods at 14-14, they have to save on most their players. It's only really that AWP of Smiley they have to work with. Not even able to get upgraded pistols on some of these players here.
Oh. Yeah, it's a horrible situation to be in for 100PingGods. It's never nice being here around 29 with a buy like this. But I've seen teams win with less, and Smiley is certainly a hot commodity to have in round 29. He's got them an opening. And K23 are going to take a deep breath after losing that kill. They haven't been able to find the answer just yet. Utility's going to try and clear out some of these close corners. Once that cubby's cleared out, Nealon feels much more comfortable focusing on some of these other angles and pushes deeper in towards CT. Soro taken out of play. Duke Fasura was always in the cave though, and they haven't taken him out. He's actually just taken Mo. And now we've got a 3v4. 100PingGods with the man advantage, but look at the timing here for Fan. He might just get a double kill. He knows how to line this one up, but he's only walked away with one. Duke Fasura right close here with the P250. If he had a better weapon, maybe start to believe, but the rest of the kills now starting to come in. The bomb plant's starting to be secured, and Smiley's going for this. He's trying to get back into the site. He has no utility and no kit, but he has a dream. Belief in himself and his own ability to try and win this. But with that smoke going down, I think even he has to start believing in himself. This has to be a save. He starts to back away. If he can get that open in the next round, we never really know what Smiley's going to be able to pull out. Maybe overtime is a possibility, but if he was to go down without this AWP, I think it's probably done, so gotta make sure he keeps it. And he looks like he will be able to do so. So 15-14. Actually, needs to be careful here. Nealon's gonna be running down. Smiley's gotta be really careful. He's missed a shot. Smiley needs to run away, and he falls. He's not able to get the shot off. I thought he was starting to retreat, but he stuck around too long. And Nealon just runs him down, and now there's no AWP for 100PingGods in the next round. There's nothing really of value here at all for the CTs. They're going to pick one up. Luckily, I think Fasura had a little bit of extra cash, so he's gonna throw everything at it.
Oh, there's just no need for Smiley to stick around there. Once he gets away, he's got to just run. There's no point in doing damage. K23 have all the money they could want for the last round of regulation. As you pointed out, Duke Fasura has the AWP, but it's glass cannon, and we got the fast play into mid. Duke Fasura able to trade it out. He's looking for more, but Mo shuts him down. Man advantage on the mid play from K23, and they just need 3 more kills to steal away their opponent's pick.
What a horrible end to the game if this is how it closes for 100PingGods. A slow start. And a devastating end. But it's not over yet. Soro, Winter, and Iceman. That timing's actually really awful for Mo. He would have had that mid pick. And that would have been a 4 versus 2 for K23. That really could have changed the outcome completely. Most likely would have been a very convincing end to this map, but with 3 riflers still alive, maybe there's a hope, maybe there's a dream, especially because they've made this rotation over into the B bomb site. 3 CTs waiting for the attack. This is the best chance to stay alive here. The best chance for overtime. K23 start to come into the bomb site. Are they going to be expecting that cubby? I don't think so. Finally, they turn around and they do check all their spots. They get 3 quick kills, and it's Ancient that goes K23's way. As you so rightfully said, taking their opponent's map pick. It's a huge start into this series.
Yeah, huge start coming in from K23. Really close game at the end there. 100PingGods, despite a slow start, came back into it on that CT side. It looked like they were starting to dominate, but eventually K23 finds some solutions. I think they started playing well across the map, actually. They started putting a bit of pressure on both sides. You saw them play some of those mid rounds well. And at the end there, they started getting some rounds where they got that mid control, which I think made a big difference for them. It's got them the win, and now they just need one more map to get themselves a guaranteed second or third place finish in this group.
Well, Inferno is going to be coming up after the break. We'll see if K23 can do it, or will 100PingGods force us to a third map? Find out after the break alongside us here at the StarLadder CIS RMR.